We should be live for round 9 of GSRL. We are just once again waiting for the lobby to fill up. We are 5 minutes early, which is pretty nice. And we are about to start. I think the lobby is quite full now. I'll just go ahead and make sure that everything is right. And then we're heading into the Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix. I think we are waiting for 1 or 2 drivers that are close to being late. But yeah, we're in for a good one. A full qualifying and a 22 lap race. Should be very, very interesting. And there is, I'm aware that some trauma is unfolding as a driver is late, but his seat is taken, which is quite an interesting one. So we'll see what's gonna happen. So that one. I'm currently not sure what. Ah, yeah. So what? Like I said, there the trauma is unfolding, and driver refused to leave. I think that will be a very interesting one post race. He might face some consequences for his ego. It's also very, very annoying not wanting to leave, even when a tier coordinator tells you to. I think he left, as someone did leave the session, which is a big relief, must be, for our reserve driver. And we're just waiting for the real reserve to join the lobby, and then I'll give you some interesting facts about this championship, as it's very, very tight. And I think the green light has been given for us to go, so everyone is readying up. Yep, the green light has finally been given. A small delay, but yeah, things happen. And we're off to our full qualifying session. Now, our reserves of this day are Alfie in an Aston Martin, and we have two others whose names I don't recognize. But Alfie should be pretty fast actually. I think he just got promoted from tier 5 to tier 4. So, congratulations, Alfie. For is very, very good to get promoted. It can only be done through consistent performance. So, Circ, Circ, Circuit Spa, a very, very cool circuit. As I'm just setting everything up real quick. Let's go with the best lap. Camp is not interesting, I assume. As our first driver is heading out. Now, so, like I said, we have Alfie, who's in Aston Martin. I think he goes under the name. Never mind. I don't think Alfie is in here. We have rather ASR Matt, who replaced him. And we have his Discord name goes by Unmanned People in the Williams. And I think that's it might be Snoo 0906. And we have Pablo McLaren also replacing someone. And that will be Riley. Now, talking about the constructors, as Mackie gets a 5 for penalties for collision with Blue Frog. Something must have happened there, some kind of mix up about thinking where the tires should go. Very unfortunate though. You don't really, even though overtaking is quite easy on this track, you don't want increased place penalty, especially not in qualifying. It's not fun, and that means that Blue Frog is gonna have to box. I'm not sure because he has no front wing, and the same goes for Mackie. You still see his front wing under his car. Quite sad, really. Coming back to constructors, we have Red Bull of course taking the lead, and second place is Alpha Tauri with 137 points. With 47 points, though Red Bull is pretty clear. And I think even with this race, they're not gonna get knocked off first place. As our first flying laps are starting, let's spectate K Wheeler. Coming up to Rivage. Quite a slow, long corner. Into No Name. Looks pretty fast. And Pool 1 is one of the few corners you take flat out. It's very tricky and very easy to invalidate also. And I think today we're gonna look at very low 42s and even 41s. These drivers are incredibly fast. Coming up to the bus stop chicane. This is also very easy corner to spin out. He nails it quite easy though. No wheel spin at all, and that will be a 43.7 to start the session. And even in driver, and I was talking about championships, driver championships also very close, BK leading it. I don't think I see him though, which is rather interesting. But he should be there. I think it might be Oliver who's BK. Of course, I have no idea who is who because of the difference in Discord name and driver name. But Vax is following at 114 points in the Red Bull, followed by, and then we have K Wheeler a little bit to the bottom, tied with Teapot. Now Teapot has the same name, but he is not in here, which is quite sad. just trying to find someone who is putting out quite good laps. And of course, you have people just going out in inters and mediums to put down more grip circuit, setting those good banker laps as Riley on the medium compound takes the fastest lap. I'm just trying to figure out what is the best. I think this is the best one. This is what we want, really. Yep, I'll leave like this. And Rise follows Teapot by 10 points, and Waldman is 3 points off of Rise. And Dragon, once again, I don't think he's in here, but he has 20 points. So it's a very, very tight championship. And let's see how things will unfold here. And right there you saw Riley just seeking the edge of the track in Poon. Because what you do in Poon is, it's very tricky. You have to lift off slightly, shift down to seventh, and then go back full throttle and just get the angle just right, or you'll invalidate. And if you don't invalidate, you lose too much speed. So it's very, very tricky to do it correct. As we have our first person that left the session. It's not what you want at all. That's, yeah, I think that will be quite unfortunate. And typically when someone leaves this, they will eventually ask me for an invite. I can't because I don't have to add them. As he has a first to the 42 of the session by Ash Screenish. It's very nice. Of course, I doubt drivers are taking these first qualified session full speed. And while Matt puts on 42.6, we are getting closer and closer to the 41 mark. But I don't feel like it's necessary to hit it this session yet. And of course there's more and more traction coming out, which is really optimal for the drivers. Let's go to it, the Red Bull driver. And watch the sector 2. Coming to Rivage. Shifting down third. Getting nice and tight. Getting a good exit. Put him on a little bit wider there. And that's purple sector 2. Very nice. He also had a purple sector 1. That means this could be a pole lap. Vax, of course, is the dude that is in second place of the championship. And DK is also in here. He should be. I'm pretty sure. And if he's not, that means it's a free championship lead for Vax if he just finishes the race in P9 or higher, really. And while Matt retires, does not think it's necessary anymore to put down a quicker lap. As there are 6 minutes left of the session. When Jenkins team searches up the absolute edge of the track on those mediums. Coming up to Blanchimont. Into the bust of chicane. Important to shift down to third and not second, because I just get personally way too much wheel spin in second. That right there was an example of wheel spin. What wheel spin is. But who are you guys rooting for? Let me know if any of you is watching and wants to type in chat. As I think Wilson here is starting his in lap. The drivers that are in danger are Amputee, who is just now saving himself, Oliver, Timil, who has been disconnected, Snoo, also disconnected. This is a Spill TX, I think so. Sir K. Wheeler, Jenkinstein are all in danger of being eliminated, so they need to get out there and improve on their lap time. Rooting for Toho and Matt. Who is Toho? Because I'm not sure. Oh, that must be the dude in P1. I'm just blind, probably. Yeah, he just retired. Same for Matt, so who knows? Maybe they'll improve, maybe they won't. And TTP Spill just messes up his car and is forced to retire on the track. What has he done? He just did not counter steer when he started spinning. Just accepted the fact he was spinning and went kissed the wall. see. Let's dive on board with Ash's screen. She was currently on his out lap. And I want to see how he's going to improve on a 42.9. And we'll ride on board with him in a second. Because you have to remember, these drivers, even though it's not tier 1, it's not tier 2, they are very, very quick. And Ash's screen has started his flying lap. Let's go on board. Down one fence in the first sector. Perhaps he can redeem himself. I do think he will be saved for now. As the first qualifying session is about to end. Ooh, and he spins it. That will be the end for Ash, as he has spun it in Poolon. It's a very, very tricky corner, and he's messed it up. I think what he did, he had too much speed and too much angle, allowing him to spin. Very unfortunate. Let's go on to Mr. K Wheeler, who's currently in the second sector, running up to Pool 1, but on a no name. And let's see if he messes it up or not. Now he gets that corner right. Could have taken a little bit more speed though. As he is entering his third sector. And this looks like a quick lap. Touches the grass a little bit. And that will be a 43.1, saving him just. And that will be the end of the qualifying one. As the last person is entering the pits. And we have our first drivers that are eliminated. What are we waiting for though? Okay, we just ended now. And there we have it. Oliver takes the fastest lap of 42.5, and our drivers are eliminated. Our Ashes Cringe, Amputee, Wilsonator, Spill, TX, Snoo, and Timil. Two of them which have not put down the lap. I think it's because of connectivity issues. Very unfortunate, but it is the reality. as we have the safety car coming out for some reason. Um, and I think my game has crashed, unfortunately. Uh, do give me a second. This is the first time it has happened. Game glitch and retired me while I was disconnecting. Sorry for P20. It's alright, right? You had 30 minutes of a break, which is a good thing, I assume. Okay, and we are starting up again. While we're waiting for a game invite. But yeah, let Circuit Spa. It's you have of course very long straights. I think there's one main setup which is about I think 8 and 11 wings is what I run. I think so. I'm not even sure. They're joining back this session. You have very quick parts of the track, like Sector 1. You have, of course, a pit straight, run up to Eau Rouge, and it's the Camel straight. Sector 2, basically, and the second part of Sector 2 is very quick. Through Pouan. And then Sector 3 is basically just flat out until the bus stop chicane. And back to the pit straight. So, yeah. I think we'll see a lot of overtakes all across the track, which is a very good thing if you're casting, of course. And we are back in the session. Very good. As my sound has died. That's not good. Okay, it's back. Let me just quickly get everything back up. Yep. Okay, should be good now. As Mr. K Wheeler is behind, I think that's Oliver. Yeah, it is. He's using that draft to go faster and faster himself. It's a very good strategy, but can slow you down also because of the dirty air. The dirty air, of course, is when you follow the driver so bad that the air he leaves behind is warm and messes up the downforce of your car. It means you go faster in straight lines, but you also go slower through corners. Because your car is not as planted in the car as you might be, as you have the first time of the session to 42.1, and this will be the session then that we'll see 41s being dropped, which is very, very cool. As Jenkinson puts on a 43, that's not optimal at all. Oliver starting his flying lap. very cool. Through Revenge. And he's then validated on No Name. Just took too much speed, too quick on the accelerator. And I think he'll have to box because he has no ERS left. Yep. Very sad. Also very, very unfortunate for that to happen. We still see a lot of 43s, so you start to wonder, was Mackie KO just that quick? Or is the rest of the field just too slow? And I'm trying to find someone to spectate, but no one really is on a good flying map. Okay. And I think Mackie KO can actually retire from the session if he wants to. If this is the pace that the drivers are doing. As the Red Bull is about to pass Mats out of Blanchimont. Never mind. Matt chooses to stay in front, get enough speed to the pit straight into La Source. La Source, of course, can be a very annoying corner when you go starting the race. You all need to go to one place. It's just so. It's big, but yeah, the corner is just so much angle. You go so slow to the corner. As Matt does a 30.0 in sector 1. That's decent. And I think Matt actually might be on pace for a 41. It's a nice exit through No Name. On the edge through Puon. And he slides. That's the corner combination is very annoying. In my personal opinion, it's very easy to slide. There's just so much speed. As he does put down a purple section 2 though, so perhaps I was wrong. Coming up to the bus stop chicane. Can he do it? Can we see our first 41 of the evening? He does slide it, and that will not be a 41 anymore. It will be a 42.5. Very unfortunate. That actually could have impressed me. As Mr. Toho is exiting the pits and starting his flying lap very soon. And so he's starting his flying lap, coming out of La Source. I think it was a pretty good, decent exit. The run up to carry some nice speed out of Radian. 30.1 per sector. Very, very okay. Ooh, does lose it still a bit out of Lacombe into no name. Very nice exit. Also a very quick driver that might just provide some nice content this race. Gets out of sector 2 on a 1 minute 14.1, a massive improvement of 9 tenths almost. He's about a full second quicker. Sector 1 and 2. Can he make sector 3 though? Can he complete the circle? That's the question. As he is in the bust of chicane. Let's take a little bit too much curb. Does he spin it? No, he does not. And that will be a 42.4. That puts him in P2. As we're directly going on to Riley, our replacement of the evening. It's on a 30.1, also very okay. Entering Fagnier. A little bit wide, I have to admit. And exit on a 114.1. Also about a full second quicker right now. Can he do it? 42.1. I want to see Mackie Kale get knocked off the throne right here. A lot of traffic ahead though. Let's hope that he does not get impeded. Ooh, does drive it in dirty after the bus stop, which means you're very prone to spinning. And now we 42.5. As we have our first retirement today. And Oliver puts on fastest, puts on the first 41. Mr. Championship leader does it. He says, alright guys, 41 is possible. Who is next? And there we have the second person in the driver championship. On his outlet. And Toho Gamer also retired. Which could mean that he also thinks that no one else is gonna beat a 42.4. Well, Toho, I think you might be wrong for that. As Mr. Vax is approaching Blanchimont, almost starting his flying lap. Ryder, of course, letting in Rebel Driver pass because he already set a very nice time. Or, excuse me, Mr. Oliver. And Vax starts his flying lap into La Source. Make sure you don't be too excited on the throttle, you might spin. Then run up to Eau Rouge. Camel Straight opening a DRS, and qualifying has been ended. So anyone who is in the pits now cannot go out for another run, and that means that Buzz is guaranteed to be eliminated. And we have one driver actually who's not set a lap yet. Very interesting. And I think he might just be starting it now. Mr. Raw Anger, 42.6 P8. He is in danger, I have to admit. As Vax puts on a 13.9. He can knock Oliver down. He can say, Oliver, give me that championship lead. He is probably the only driver who can do that right now in this session. And perhaps in this entire race. Coming out the bus stop, gets a nice exit, and that will be a 42.1. Does not do a 41. Interesting. And that'll be it for qualifying. Raw Anger making a risky move, still making it just. And Harvey is making it by 600ths of a second. And there we will have our eliminations. There we have it. Oliver taking home the first 41.9, and that means that TVX Buzz, Blue Frog, Mr. K Weeder, and Toxic Blaze are eliminated and will have to fight from the midfield. What a race! Even in qualifying, it's already pretty exciting. Crash happening Q1, Q2, the wildest strategies. Let's see what Q3 has in store for us. As people are sharing their wings, I see a lot of 15-1s, also 17-13s, 18-12s of this race. It's a very interesting strategy of sharing your wings. You might risk getting copied if people are quick enough. Yeah, Vax heading on the pit lane. And in this session, there's only 12 minutes. Well, now only 11 minutes left, as this is the last qualifying session. So the drivers that have been eliminated in Q1 have to wake up soon from their nap. That includes you, Timo. Vax is starting his flying lap out of the bus stop chicane, opening at DRS. And here we go. Into La Source. Update. That's what I want. I was already thinking I was missing something. Coming out of the ready on. Into the camel straight. Opening that DRS. Comes out on a 31. It's not what you want to see right now. You really want to speed it up here. We had 30.0 actually. It's okay. Sector 1 is the hardest to improve once you're already at the limit, as there's not a lot where you can improve. It's basically all straight line speed. As Vax is about to enter his last sector on a 1 minute 14.5. That's a little bit too slow, Vax. You gotta do better than that. Oliver is gonna humble you once again. Coming on to the bus stop chicane. And Makijo puts down a 42.006, almost a 41. And Vax on a 42.8, it's just too slow. And that will be the end of Mr. Vax. So Matt puts down a 42.2. That's more like it. And ASR Matt puts down a 41.8. That's what I want to see. That are good times. Ooh, and Vax spins it. It does not really matter. He is already looking for his in lap. Estelle comes out of sector 1 with a 30.1 into no name. Seeks out the very edge of it. It's very good. Not mounting the curve too much for some reason. Into P1. And a lot of traffic ahead for Aston Martin driver. He can utilize the draft though, which is a good thing. As the McLaren has a very interesting way of getting out of the way into the grass, almost spinning himself into the bus stop. Goes Toho. And he boxes for some reason. Did not think he was fast enough, so he goes into pits. And the track is clear right now. Been a while already since you see this. Clear track. Well, that's boring. And so Harvey says, yeah, a clear track is boring. Let's go out. Let's have fun. Let's race. currently the only driver out. Another McLaren driver is swallowing Mr. Oliver. And there's 3 minutes left. That means the drivers are gonna have to go out soon and put down their laps. They have about, let's say, a minute if you really want to seek the edge. And go at the last second to make sure there's as much grip as possible as Harvey is starting his flying lap. Into La Source, gets on the apex and on the accelerator as quick as possible. Unfortunately though, has no one in front of him to utilize the slipstream. And the sector 1 is gonna end on a 30.0, very nice. Into Ravage. A little bit wide. Perhaps he can redeem himself in the rest of sector 2. Goes into one, not enough speed. So he'll lose out a little bit there as well. And he's gonna end sector 2 on a 14.2. Not very optimal. But apparently it is purple. So I'm not the one that should complain. Running up to Blanchimont. And a little straight into the bus stop. Will not get impeded. The driver's already gone. And this lap is good for a 1 minute 42.6. And that will put him on a provisional P4. And Oliver putting out a 141.9. ASR Matt in the Aston Martin has provisional pole. As Toho is the only one without a lap right now, starting his lap. And these are the last laps that people will set, unless you're carrying enough fuel on ERS for another, you will not improve anymore. As Toho enters the camel straight, flying a 30.04 in sector 1. Oh, and he loses it! That's the risk if you don't go out earlier, Toho. And now you messed it up. You messed up big time. As ASR Matt improved once again with a 41.4. Absolutely no reason, but he still does it because he's an absolute Chad. that means that qualifying has basically ended, unless Matt can knock someone off this run. Was down 3 tenths in sector 2, and that will be good for a 1 minute 41.4. Very nice, but no pole, fortunately. Missing out by a mere 16 thousandths of a second. And that means that ASR Matt is on pole, followed by Wild Matt in the Haas, and Mackie KO in the Alpha Tauri. That's our top 3. A lot of 41s, but not enough. And so, heading into the race, ASR Matt will take the lead, followed by Wild Matt, Mackie KO in Alpha Tauri, Mr. BK aka Oliver in the McLaren taking P4, Jenkinstein taking P5. Vax, not that much of a performance, missing out, even though it was just a mere 300ths of a second, still P6 instead of what could have been a P4. Raw Anger P7, Riley P8, RV P9, and Toho not being able to set a proper lap in P10. And so we do have a 2-minute break, and hopefully the drivers will remember. So get refuel on your snacks and drinks, and then we'll see you guys soon. And unfortunately, someone has ready up early. That means it's lights out. Away we go in Spa-Francorchamps as ASR Matt takes the lead. Keith maintains the lead, and that means, and there has been an accident. Harvey taking a 5-second penalty because he had a severe collision. Did not brake in time as he goes side by side into the camel straight. Matt uses the ERS to get the overtake, and it is insane as Vax drops down to last place. I think sustaining some type of damage, and there has been an incident. Mackie KO loses control of the car, same for the Mercedes driver. I don't think the Mercedes driver has damage though. This is not the start you want to see here. And he's a Mr. K leader, loses control of the car. What is happening? What a race. So we do have a lot of people starting on the mediums. Some on the softs. As what is happening here? Vax is going side by side with a Ferrari. Still has a wheel next to him. As they go side by side on the pit straight and into last source. Backs on the inside, meaning he'll have the shorter corner. Still very close next to each other, and the seat position as he is slow. And Makikeo gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What a tragedy. What is happening here, man? It is a proper mess. That's what's happening. As we have the two Williams battling it out for P12. Getting really close on the rear bumper, the rear wing rather. These cars have no bumper. Ooh. Let's get really close. We cannot make the overtake. You do not want to bet on this early as teammates though. Not what you want at all. As another overtake might happen right now. And we do see possible strategies. Those who are mediums might go to hards or wait, sit it out for the rain. And the ones on sauce will most likely make the sauce last until they go into mediums. So about 8 laps, I think those sauce last. And Oliver getting DRS of course, it's lap 3 already. And going for the overtake on the Haas, Jenkins team. It's really close still though, only barely being able to get his full car ahead. And there is already a 2-second gap between the mats and our championship leader Oliver. And another overtake is happening between Alpine and the Williams. And I think Snow had some type of incident where he spun out. So he did drop down from 12 all the way to 18. Very, very unfortunate. As the two Alpines are going very close to each other. But it's all about staying behind until you get to the camel straight. It's keeping a gap as tight as possible. Into the pit straight. The current gap is 3/10. It has been extended though. The 5/10. Not what you want. It's still extending. Excuse me. And the DRS is getting open right now. Makikeo is having the fastest lap of the session at 45.5. Who has to go side by side into the Lacombe. Mr. Gaylor still has to back off though, and Wilson retires. He spun out. That will be the end of the race for him. What a tragedy. And the people on the sauce have to ask themselves, am I staying on this compound or am I going on hards and try to finish the race on hard tires? Because a full safety car has been brought out. And in fact, also makes a nice recovery drive, all the way from P19 to P9 already in the first 4 laps of the race. And people on our boxing, you see those hard compounds coming out right now, and essentially getting a free box. Some people decide to go in a medium zone, which is very interesting. So mediums do not last unless you think it's definitely going to rain, because there was some speculation about it raining later in the session. And that this safety car will maintain for I think 1 or 2 laps, which is sad. There's nothing you can do about it, because of course we were still hard racing battles. Were still there. With a restart might also bring some interesting things. And Snow gets a penalty under the safety car. What happened? As every driver lines up to the safety car except one. Meaning we'll have the safety car until lap 6 probably, and lap 7 is when we'll start racing again. And we'll have a very, very interesting restart. What is happening here then? Riley decides to pit this late in the safety car. That means he'll drop down all the way back. Same for Harvey, also boxing. Harvey must be opting in for the hard compound in lead. And that means they're so far back. Riding from P4 to P18. That is not very good in the center box now. And that means the safety cars could possibly sustain for another round. I don't think so though, actually. The safety car is very slow in sector 2. So Harvey will be able to catch up very nice. And the safety car will go in this lap. But if it does rain, the people who are still old softs are currently at a disadvantage, a major one. Because if it rains, they need to those softs are not gonna last. They must be at already 30% at least. So they need to box at lap 10, 11 perhaps. People on old mediums might make it work, but they need to heavily save on their tires. And people on hards just might be able to major advantage if it rains. And if it doesn't rain, they're still good because they 100% don't have to box now. As the safety car goes in this lap, that means Matt is leading the field. And he might want to slow down because the safety car is not in this box yet. Coming close to the bus stop. It is. And he restarts the race, gets a nice gap already compared to Oliver, and Oliver spins a bit out of the bus stop. That means that Matt is pulling away very quick, almost a full second ahead already. And still TX is boxing, but why? Why would you box after the safety car comes in? You put yourself at a massive disadvantage. What is happening? Matt attempting to overtake. Both Hasses are attempting to overtake. 3 wide on the camel straight. Going 2 wide into Lacombe. And Aston Martin is completely cutting off Lacombe. I don't know what he's thinking. And Jenkinson and Matt did successfully make the overtake. Matt behind Jenkinson. As teammates, you don't want to be held up that much. However, Jenkinson's attempts to overtake on Toxic Blades does a very nice 4.1. This has to go a little bit slow though, but he's running up onto Vax. Vax, of course, being the second driver in the championship. Can he close that gap, or is Vax going to pull away? That is the question we're asking right now. As Vax is closing in on Aston Martin in front of him though. That's very nice. And there's another safety car. Ash is cringe, has crashed out. But how? Wait, perhaps can see where he did crash out? He unfortunately just disappeared right a bit too early. But there is another safety car. And SpillTX has disconnected, which is very interesting and unfortunate. And people on medium are boxing again, which means that drivers on the hard compound can get free overtakes, and it's Jenkinson who takes P1 right now on the medium compound. The only driver to drive on all mediums right now. So when the safety car restarts, he will be at some kind of disadvantage right now. And what a race already. Let's look at. There have been quite a few penalties. Oliver has a drive-through that must be speeding under the safety car or something. I am too interested, so I will check it. Yep, Oliver is speeding under the safety car. And soon at 3 seconds for multiple track limits warnings. Wow. ASR Matt and P7 started first. Walt Matt still P2, very nice. Mackie Gale from P20 already to P5. What a driver. If you are not entertained, there's something wrong with you. Because this is what you want. And Blue Frog also from P18 all the way to P3 on. And I think Jenkinson might be getting disqualified for bumping into the safety car. He won't. He's very lucky for that. But that was such a risky move. And Oliver, our championship leader, is in P8 with a drive-through. That is not what you want. But what he needs to do is just go in on the lap when the last possible lap and just make the gap as big as possible compared to the people behind you. Because you are the championship leader, you should have the most pace. As Harvey is boxing again. Very interesting stuff. I want to see more though. I want to see more from Oliver and Max. Max was already on a good recovery drive. But Oliver has been quite quiet this entire race. As it's already lap 9, which is way too long. As the safety car is probably coming this lap, which means we are racing on lap 10. And apparently Ash's cringe is claiming he crashed out because he was banging wheels with DVX Buzz, the Ferrari driver. And Mr. Oliver, Mr. BK, is losing his confidence because he has a drive-through. This is not good for him. And the safety car is in this lap, so Mr. Jenkinson will be leading this pack. Warming those tires. And we can see a lot of people on hards. Very nice. As we are close to restart out of launch mode, facing the field still. And in the bus stop he's gonna go for it. Checking out to first for some reason. Interesting. And he enables to overtake and it's going. Very nice gap. Good job. As Blue Frog is still very close to the vault map. He might attempt to overtake in the camel straight. He can keep the gap nice and close. As he goes 3 wide, 2 wide into the back cone. Blue Frog has to back off a tiny bit if he doesn't want to get killed. And he goes for the overtake. Side by side into these corners, losing a lot of time, and Blue Frog doesn't get ahead. And Waldmack gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. What have you done, Waldmack? What has happened? You had a proper water, mate. As he is taking the overtake on the Ferrari. Let's get side by side. Still very close. And we'll go. We'll get ahead before last source. And Oliver is boxing right now. Dropping all the way back. Yeah. And Matt has crashed. He spun out. That means it's no front wing and another safety car once more. And Oliver should be very glad right now for another safety car. Because he essentially served his penalty for free. But we have another safety car, which means that half of this race is led by the safety car, which is so boring. And that means that the 2-second gap on the Jenkins scene is not what it was. So we can go to bed again. If you're new though, let me just get the Discord link really quick. And you think, you know, I'm faster than these random drivers. Be sure to join the Discord and sign up. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next championship leader. Perhaps you'll get on our esports team that has been launched yesterday. We do also have a Discord team, esport team, that are based of the most competitive drivers in our league. Yeah, perhaps you'll be our next star of the show. And Jenkins is boxing. Why is the question? Perhaps you can see what compound he is looking for. He is boxing for. They're double stacking actually. Of course, Matt had to repair his front wing, and he's boxing for hards. Interesting. But it probably will not rain then, is what Jenkins thinks. Also goes off the track, which is very interesting to try this track. Cool interpretation. As he rejoins the pack. Over in P16, he's going for an amazing recovery drive if he wants to maintain his championship lead. All he needs to think about is finishing ahead of Vax. Nothing else matters right now. And if it does, he has the wrong priorities. And I just got to see the replay between K, Wheeler and Harvey. And it definitely looked like K, Wheeler had an interesting way of rejoining the track when he went wide. And the safety will probably be in this lap. As the drivers are warming the entire getting the safety car won't be in this lap. We will be following it for another lap, which means that over half this race is done. and the grid has changed so much. And with toxic blades, it was soft, and you actually might work out still. Even though it's 5 laps old, I think 3 laps have been on the safety car, so he doesn't have to worry about his tires for now. He might just be able to finish it. He already made his mandatory stop, so he, toxic blade does not have to worry about anything right now. And I think the safety car will be in this lap. So it's time to pace yourselves and get ready to race. Yep, the safety car is in. Going in. You need to make sure that those tires, especially the hardest, because it's the hardest to warm up, are up to temps. And what just happened? DVX bus, a 5 seconds penalty. But why? He must have been brake checked or something. It does not look like he has wing damage, which is positive. And Blue Rock is pacing the field and spectating. Let's see if he can get also a very goes before the bus stop. Interesting. First driver to restart the race before the bus stop. It does seem to work though, as he gets a 7-tenths lead. As you already have possible entry battles coming up. Not very much yet. Might change though. Very soon. As we have Chankasi closing in Timmel. As the sky does seem to get darker and darker though. So who knows? And Vax takes P4. That means, as things stand right now, he will clear the championship. As someone is going slow in the run up to finish. Jackson attempting to overtake on CK Wheeler. Interpool pushes him wide. Does make the overtake though. Very nice. And even behind Matt overtaking Oliver. They're still battling though. It's very close. And I think the whole game just crashed out. That drops him back all the way to P18 as Matt overtakes K-Wheeler. Does not want to give up that position. Jenkins is cutting up through the field though. does not care about who you are or what you do. He wants positions. As well, man, puts on a new fastest lap. 45.3. Very nice. And above us, mate, tries to always make contact. When Jenkins is side by side, Red Bull going into Lacombe, taking the overtake. Ooh, and Matt and Timo have crashed out. They make contact, and caution has been yellow flags, and that will basically be the end of the race for McLaren and Matt. Not what you want. But I don't think drivers have been damaged. I can check. Does not look like it. Very sad though. And also no safety car. That means that they have to pedal so far back. As Aki KO is closing in on Max though. And the DRS should be enabled next lap. It's very close. The front of the lead is very close, and we'll see some overtakes now as the DRS has been enabled. And everyone's abusing the slipstream. Get a little bit of speed. You also need to care about your engine temperature. You don't want your engine to overheat. That causes a loss of power. And Matt has been knocked off podium as there's another contact. ASR Matt making contact with Vax. And he drops out to P12. And Vax maintains the P2. Like KO now in the lead. What a race, everyone. If this is not what you want, I do not know what you want. Timo getting a 3-second penalty with multiple warnings. Quite a few penalties have been given out, I will admit. That means that as things stands, Max will be on pole position. What a race. Max might be looking for him to overtake, though, or he is smart and stays behind for now. As he does get a bad exit out of the bus stop chicane into La Source. Jenkins, battling out with snow. I want to see if Vax can make his overtake as he's very slow for some reason. You're on the same compound, mate. This should not happen. Into the camel straight, opening at the DRS. Getting another 3 seconds. As he does not want to use the ERS and has to stay behind. Akio does use the ERS, is flashing now, meaning he is basically out of ERS. And raw anger is so close. Jenkins is really cutting up the field though. Does not care what position you're in. As long as there's a car in front of me, there's someone to overtake, he says. And Miss K-Leader also getting a 3 seconds. Jenksy is really close. Toxic Blades, who has no ERS left, is going for overtake in the bus stop, gets ahead, side by side out of the bus stop, gets ahead, very nice, good job Jenkins team, and is looking for Ferrari now. He does go on the outside in La Source and doesn't have to go side by side now through Rouge, which means yeah, he sees position. And Harvey retired in the pits. He does not believe in the recovery drive anymore. And they go side by side into Lacombe, and Jenksy gets that very nice. That's not interesting, because Spilt TX has disconnected, which means it's just a overtake on an AI. Jenksy just has no chill though. Does not want to go any slower. Resulting has no ERS left. As you can see on his steering wheel, there's barely anything left. You have to appreciate those nice V12 though. He's still using though, even though he's flashing, he's using a tiny bit of ERS to get as close as possible. Sends it down the inside. Leaves a tiny bit of space and overtakes very nice. Raw anger spins out a little bit. Jenksy is still in the DRS. It's like hoping a DRS. MPT is side by side, really looking to overtake as he does get ahead. He still has a wheel in there though. And he still maintains the lead. What a defense by Jenksy. And that means that MPT has to stay behind for the road lap. Jenksy is in a bit of trouble as he is almost falling out in the second. The DRS second. He's just so quick he can drive alone. So he's just there's nothing to worry about. As Oliver crashed out. Oliver once again crashed out. He has had a stinker. Oliver, what are you doing, mate? What if this is not what I want for you? I've delivered the caster skirts once more. And a raw legend closing in on Fang's rear wing. Into the bus stop they go. Almost a contact. It's very close. Few tiny kisses on his wing. And into La Source they go. Can they overtake on the Camel Straight as they go into Eau Rouge? Very nice into Rodion, and Snoo 0906 takes a fast lap on the soft compound. But if you want the point, you need to get in the top 10, mate. And Raw Anger goes for the overtake. Very nice. They go side by side. A little bit of wheel bang. And almost in contact. And the few raindrops that have been seen. It's too late though. It's lap 20. Which means that if you try to make those tires last, you've been off for a good one. As the rain should not only affect you a little bit. The strategy was very important. ones who has disregarded the rain have been up for good. Good. EV Explodes is very close though. We're getting another 3 seconds. Why? Why would you take so many risks? We're basically last now. So we'll tire rain. Get no points. Only no 1 point steal away. And into the bus stop we go. You might be able to see the rain a tiny bit on the broadcast, but I can tell you it is raining. And you see, perhaps you see on the track, a little bit of drops. It is raining quite heavy now. It's nowhere near a turnover point, so it doesn't really matter. As facts, it's pretty close though. It's going to overtake on the counter straight. Can he maintain that lead for another lap? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because the last lap is where so much drama comes in. I want to see how much ERS they have now. Max is flashing. And Rottinger has 50% ERS. That is insane. He can get the overtake if he keeps that gap nice and tiny. Jenkinson though gets a 3-second penalty. No, Jenkinson. Such a nice drive. And now you get a penalty on the penultimate lap. You go side by side. Try to go to overtake, a little bit of wheel banging. Goes for the switchback, Jenkinson. And he can't get the overtake, unfortunately. Only Rottinger has ERS left. And now it's time where you can use it. Into the bus stop we go. You have to be very careful now because of the rain. If you spin on this lap, you'll be so devastated. Ooh, and Rottinger gets a little bit of wheel spin, almost loses it. And Vax has to defend with his life now. But I don't think he will, because the gap is way too small. Vax will end up in P2 perhaps, unless he can do something amazing. Using a tiny bit of ERS, but it's not gonna matter. That DRS has also been open. It doesn't really matter. And that's P2 for Vax. He just has to end the race now. And we do not look for an overtake anymore. Jenkinson only has to worry about getting out of the 3 seconds, so Amputee can't steal his position. Just go as fast as possible, but do not look for an overtake because you lose a ton of time like that. What are you doing? He's attempting an overtake. He does get it though. Vax. Oh. I have no words. Vax almost loses it. And Jenkinson does get P2 though. And Sir Buzz gets another 3 seconds. As they go into the bus stop. Basically side by side now. He needs to stay close. And he has to see it, but he can't get it. But this also means that Jenkinson will drop so far back. And Toxic Blades get a 10-second for cutting the chicane. And T-Vex Buzz gets another 5 seconds for not serving his penalty. And this will conclude the race. Rottinger wins the Grand Prix of Spa-Francorchamps. Vax on P2, Amputee on P3, and Jenkinson on P4. Unless he can get his penalty removed, he will stay on P4. As we're waiting for the final driver to cross the line. What a race, everyone. What a race. I think driver day should have gone to Jenkinson. He's cut up the field so easily. As we see the top 3 drivers right now here. Wow. They should be impressed at what they done today. And the champagne goes out. A little bit of rain in the end, but those drivers that have not boxed, they end up benefiting from it. So we have Raw Anger in P1, Vax in P2, MPT in P3, Jenkinson takes P4 because of penalties, Maki KO P5, Blue Frog P6, driver for the day, started P18, very nice. MPT also started P15, also very nice. Jenkinson, of course, with a nice recovery drive. Ace or Matt started P1, P7, Riley P8, Timmel P9, and TVX Buzz P10. I will show it instant now, in case you need to get your penalties wrong and forget it. Make sure you pause the stream whenever. And I appreciate you all for watching. I am KPN Client, your host for today. You might find me racing in this league, maybe not. If you do like me, please shoot me an DM saying how much you like the league. Join the Discord if you also want to sign up. Also follow. You can also follow the channel if you want to. And I should be commentating Friday again. And the next race is, let me just look it up real quick, will be in Britain, Silverstone. Very cool. Goodbye, everyone.